Welcome back from that short break. And right now, Ambrose Omordion is with me. A very good day to you, Mr. Ambrose.
Good afternoon.
All right, very fine. So let's get straight to the issue at hand right now. Insurance stock, positive earning, dominance. What is really happening, Mr. Ambrose?
Anywhere in the world, where there is politics, sentiment, as a result of government policy, companies numbers, and also liquidity in the market. We have seen that our market has been in the uptrend before the news of the president signing the Insurance Reform Act and also approval for taxation for the industry. In order for the financial sector of the Nigerian economy to be strong to drive the $1 trillion economy project of the government of today. On that note, we need a stronger financial footing to drive that. That is why there's ongoing capacity in the banking sector. Then after the banking sector, we'll be seeing the insurance also commencing their own to be strong enough to carry the risk that comes with $1 trillion economy. For me, it shows that the government is thinking, they are planning, and at the same time, seeing that Nigerian economy should be able to drive that $1 trillion with new sectors being unfold every day because of expansion, because of technology, because of new sectors are being identified. For me, it's a good one for the nation.
And talking about talking about being good one for the nation, good one for the market, a lot of people are also asking that is it because what is happening right now based on government policy and based on any that's also coming from other sources, particularly on the stock market, a lot of players are now rushing to go and buy insurance shares. But from your own understanding, is this really sustainable going forward? Because we are seeing that their performance in financial sector, particularly banks, and other consumer goods are also performing. But now that people are rushing to go and pick insurance stock, is it that sustainable going forward on the Nigerian NGS?
Yeah, for me, with the acts that were signed into law, a lot of business have been opened for insurance companies. It is that business that people are seeing that will support their earnings going to the future. Knowing that now they have series of events to cover. Today now, as from next year, I'll say that no building in Nigeria will go on without insurance. All the gadgets we're using today will go to insure them. That's going to open a new market or a new business for insurance companies. And for that, it says that the insurance are now set for bigger business. And also before now, the banks are the one owning insurance banks as subsidiary. But the insurance companies are now standing on their own because they have the capacity to generate money. For me, that is what investors are seeing and they are taking position in insurance stocks.
Now, talking about investors, talking about people who are interested in buying all this stock, we also understand that a new level of confidence building is coming up because of this latest NIA signing by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But what's your take on the confidence that has been built up in the NGS?
Yeah, it shows that the government of the day understand that it is the economy that drives politics. If you are placing politics without economy, it's a matter of time politics will move, because it is the finance, it's the money that comes from the economy that finance the politics. That means you will put your politics, your economy in the right mood, in right footing, will drive your politics and all that. And that is why government policy is also very important when it comes to economy. Now that the president have signed into law, it also shows that there is ongoing capitalization in the banking sector. Now we also be able to see insurance in moment from next year. Say that they are kind of solidifying this sector to be able to drive the growth is expected in 2026 and ahead. For me, it's a good one, and these are what investors are seeing, that already we are seeing positive economic data that are coming. That is why all eyes are still on your inflation figure for the month of July. These are things that will confirm where we are going as a nation. For me, the government reform is part of what is driving the economy as we speak.
Exactly. Very interesting. Mr. Omordion, I read one of your articles just this morning before we come on the show, talking about the bias and the sentiment that is coming up. But 52 weeks been able to consolidate on the Nigerian stock market. Now I'm talking about the general atmosphere on the NGS today, but we have seen a 22 weeks rally that have shown that earning is increasing on the other hand. But from your own understanding, is this also sustainable? Going by what we saw last week Friday, the market went bearish, and a lot of people were disappointed with over 594 billion naira shaded on the market. So what I'm asking is that should we not prepare ahead against this kind one strike bearish that normally come to destabilize something that have been started on a very good note. So 22 days ongoing rally, all of a sudden last week Friday just brought and break that rally.
Actually, in the world, no market remains up or down. Our market is doing all that. Market is consolidating at this stage. That means investors that understand the market dynamics know that there is time for profit taking, there is time for positioning. Nigerian investors on Friday took profit to go into other stock on the exchange. They didn't pull the money out of the market because profit taking is part and parcel of market activities or market dynamics. For me, going back on Friday, doesn't mean that the market will not continue well. But the month of August and the month of September are diving months for the market. So it presents opportunity for investors to enter ahead of the last quarter of the year. Knowing that last quarter of the year is the main quarter for the market because of seasonality. And also, until last quarter of the year, we are seeing the third quarter earnings of companies that will give you insight of what the company is going to do for the year 2025, because we have seen the third quarter, you can compare easily with what we've done in 2024. And also, if I take you back, that the company performance for second quarter 2025 have surpassed most of the company's activities and their earnings for 2024. Saying that this year we have seen a lot of jump in company earnings. That jump in earnings also what is supporting the price. Next time we see that the world called the price in the market because of inflation, the earnings of company are supported by price, and we see that before the end of the year, we're going to see higher earnings that will support higher dividends at the end of this current financial year.
Exactly. Now, talking about the earnings of companies, we saw something very dramatic coming from the consumer goods sector. Take us through what has really happened in that sector, because the earning is like it's an umbrella earning for everybody. The financial sector, the oil and gas, but the consumer sector, something else dramatically happened. But take us through on that.
We are not surprised that we are seeing a kind of increased sentiment and upbeat in consumer goods. Because don't forget that when the government came on board, it unified the exchange and also the subsidy. And that hit that sector, it becomes obvious that their numbers were in red for 2023 and part of 2024. But because Nigeria was seeing stable relative stability in FS that helped these consumer goods managers to plan. Now we are seeing that also because of the new market, we are seeing that the Africa free trade zone open also a bigger market for the sector, that they are not only selling their goods in Nigeria and also outside the shop of Nigeria. They are also earning in dollars. For me, it's a plus for that sector, and that's why we are seeing the earnings are positive. And most of these stocks in Nigeria has gone ahead now. But investors in that sector should repeat and see which for these companies are yet to move. And that is where to move to now. Because what we have seen in that industry, as far as the FK needs to relatively stable and inflation continues to slow down, we're going to see a better financial at the end of 2025.
Exactly. Now, talking about a better financial for 2025 ending, we also need to encourage the regulator. NGS has been performing very, very wonderful. The first quarter report that I read, they did some marvelous work. The second quarter report, we are expecting to come out any moment from now. We're also expecting them to build on what they've done in the first quarter. But what would be your advice to the Nigeria NGS group going forward, the regulator and the management of the NGS platform?
Okay, yes, since the company was listed on the exchange, the transparency has come to NGS group, and that's why they are listed, and also we need to show example to other listed companies. Like you said, we released the second quarter report, and so it's also a positive one. And what we need to do is that they should up and do that. They keep to the corporate governance of that, which I will say for now, but not to be defaulted, they are already on the line. They keep it to the governance of what they need to do is to make sure that they make the market more transparent and also go out to attract more companies to the market. That is where they need more money. If they want to deepen their profit, they want to kind of expand the market, they need to encourage listing on the exchange. And that's when the use of Dangote coming to the exchange, is also Dangote refinery is a plus, NNPC coming to a plus. They need to go beyond this big news and go and encourage local companies or small-scale companies. And I know that they might not come to the labor, they can start from other alternative markets within the MPS. If I have to encourage companies from that route, they need to rely on. And also, let them also keep providing data on time, and also that data will also access the market easily and more decision.
Exactly. Now, before I let you go, Ambrose, how do you see the week market ending? I mean, this week market, because I'm a little bit suspicious. We don't want any bearish on the market this week. And what we saw yesterday, Friday, has shown that we need to be very prepared. But how do you see the week market ending by Friday this week?
If you are not paying for a bearish, me, I'm also paying for a bearish. It's a very factor of the market opportunity to buy.
Exactly.
If you investor in the market or any trader know that, no market remains the conversion, new entrants are kind of reduced. But a pullback is what an opportunity for people to buy into value again. And also, when market pullback, it gathers more strength, more momentum to move up and surpass where we pull back from. That is why in the market pullback at the time, it's not wrong, it's expected, because markets are valued for the month of April, for the month of May, June, and July, but the market needs to slow down so that people can also enter the market now. The market pullback now, good one for the market, because this will go up against good one, but you have to be time for investors to look at your value, and also combine their fundamental and their technical so that they can make informed investment decisions.
Exactly. Ambrose, thank you so much for coming on the show, and we appreciate your laudable submission, particularly with the appraising insurance sector shares on Nigerian stock market that have become so confident that a lot of people are now running towards insurance shares to go and buy it. Ambrose, thank you so much for sparing your time with us today.
Thanks for having me.